ZETA Division has quickly become one of the most feared names in MLBB esports. But do you really know their story? From a bold new entry into Mobile Legends to taking Japan's competitive scene by storm, this squad isn't your average rookie team. Today we're diving deep into how ZETA Division rose up, dominated the qualifiers, and started making real waves in the world stage in 2025. Welcome back to Mobile Legends News, where we break down the biggest stories in competitive MLBB. ZETA Division isn't just another pro team. They're a top-tier Japanese org that's rapidly cementing itself as a serious contender internationally. After forming their MLBB division in 2025 and clinching the Japanese qualifier for the Mid-Season Cup, they went on to represent Japan at one of the biggest global stages in esports. In this video, we'll explore who they are, what they've achieved, and why they stand out. So let's dive deep into the heart of ZETA Division, the team that's turning heads, breaking norms, and proving that Japanese MLBB isn't here to play just for fun anymore. They're here to compete. Because let's be honest, if competitive Mobile Legends was a high-stakes sushi belt, ZETA Division just put their signature Otoro roll on the table, and now everyone's staring. Remember the first time you saw a movie villain who turned out to be actually competent? That's kind of how ZETA Division's MLBB journey kicked off. The esports organization was already known in Japan for its success in games like Brawl Stars and Valorant, but Mobile Legends was like a fresh new tournament stage. Bright lights, big crowd, and no idea what to expect. In May 2025, ZETA Division officially launched their MLBB division, recruiting a squad of talented players such as Falcon, Jun1, Ten, Mumine, Kani, and later additions like Katsu with Ola as a coach. Imagine a chef deciding to open a new restaurant after already winning awards in other cuisines. That's ZETA Division jumping into MLBB with players who have individual promise and a hunger to elevate Japan's presence in a global esports map. Now let's get to know the cast of characters, because no great team is just a collection of pixels. Jun1, the XP laner, is a silent guardian of the team, the dependable friend who always has your back when things go sideways, bringing consistency and smart lane control essential for setting up fights. Falcon, the gold laner, is the flashy guy who always has the best highlights. If ZETA Division was a rock band, Falcon would be shredding the guitar solo, always ready to dive in and secure objectives. Kani, the roamer, is like a chess grandmaster, moving around the map with precision, creating chaos where needed. Mumine plays gold and utility roles and is the unsung hero of the team. Quiet, efficient, and hits harder than people expect, like a surprise plot twist in a thriller movie. Ten and Katsu round out the squad with adaptable playstyles and strong teamfight presence, the trusty sidekicks who shine when the pressure is highest. And behind the scenes, Coach Ola directs it all with planning strategies, refining draft phases, and helping ZETA Division stay sharp and ready for anything. But before ZETA Division, Japanese MLBB teams weren't exactly on everyone's international radar. They were more like a cult classic than a blockbuster hit. But ZETA Division flipped that storyline. In May 2025, shortly after forming, they entered the Mid-Season Cup 2025 Japan qualifier and won it convincingly. In the finals, they crushed their rival Reject with a straight set victory, including a perfect game where they didn't drop a single death in one match. That's like winning a football game without letting the other team touch the ball. This victory didn't just get them the medal, it put Japan back onto the international MLBB stage, earning them a spot at the prestigious Mid-Season Cup at the 2025 Esports World Cup in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So, how did they fare when the stakes went global? At the 2025 MSC wildcard stage, they faced top competition from around the world, including teams with far deeper international experience. Their first match was a tough loss to Influence Rage, but instead of falling apart, they fought back. They scraped themselves into the lower bracket with grit and strategic draft plays, showing that they don't just react, they adapt. While they eventually bowed out against the same team, the experience was invaluable, especially considering it was their first major international showing. The takeaway here is that they didn't just get stomped. They earned respect. And that's huge. Like a rookie debut performance that gets nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. But now you might be asking, what actually makes Zeta Division different from the crowd? You see, most teams stick to standardized playbooks. Play safe early, farm, and scale into mid and late game fights. Zeta Division blends that structure with Japanese precision and fearless aggression, especially from players like Falcon and Connie. It's like comparing a regimented symphony orchestra to a jazz band that knows exactly when to improvise. Both can be great, but only the jazz band can drop a surprise solo that leaves the crowd speechless. They take early fights not just for kills, but for psychological advantage. They prioritize objective control with surgical timing, adapt compositions depending on opponent bans, and maintain team cohesion. There's no lone wolf hyper-aggressive plays here. Imagine a synchronized swimming team where every move looks effortless because everyone knows exactly where they're supposed to be. That's Zeta Division's approach to map control. The meta in MLBB dictates which heroes are strong, which items are busted, and what strategies are trending. Zeta Division doesn't just follow the meta, they shape it. Their drafts often feature unexpected hero picks or role swaps that force opponents to rethink their strategies, which is no small feat considering the meta's constant evolution and frequent balance patches. While some teams panic when their go-to picks are banned, Zeta Division thrives under pressure, crafting new pathways to victory, and it's basically like a chef turning a missing key ingredient into a Michelin star dish. So, what really sets them apart is that first, they developed a competitive roster within months of formation and immediately brought Japan back into the global MLBB stage. Second, they show mental strength and resilience, bouncing back from losses with poise. Third, their balanced aggression with strategy ensures their flashy plays have purpose. Fourth is that while Falcon's highlights grab attention, it's the collective coordination supported by Coach Ola that wins them games. And finally, beyond wins and losses, Zeta Division is fueling Japan's MLBB ecosystem, inspiring other teams, increasing viewership, and proving that the region can compete on the world stage. The journey doesn't just stop there. With victories in qualifiers like the M7 World Championship Japan qualifier, Zeta Division continues to build momentum. Their trajectory is like a classic underdog sports movie, except it's real, and it's happening right now. The roster isn't just playing for glory, they're building a legacy. Zeta Division is no longer just a team, they're a symbol of growth, ambition, and possibility for Japanese MLBB esports. And trust me, this isn't the final chapter. This is just the first act of something legendary. Zeta Division's rise isn't just about talent, it's about adaptability, disciplined drafting, and innovative strategies that keeps their opponents guessing at every turn. While many teams stick to familiar playbooks, Zeta Division constantly experiments with hero compositions, timing, and rotations, turning each match into a chess game where they think several moves ahead. Their ability to read the map, predict enemy movements, and respond instantly is what transforms individual skill into a cohesive, unstoppable unit. Take their international outings as an example. When facing teams with deeper tournament experience, they didn't panic or stick to a rigid plan. Instead, they adjusted drafts, prioritized objectives differently, and shifted their aggression levels depending on the flow of the game. It's the same kind of flexibility you'd see in a martial artist who can switch from defense to offense seamlessly, making them unpredictable and dangerous. And it's not just reactionary. Zeta Division often forces opponents into situations where mistakes are inevitable. Every skirmish, turret fight, and team engagement is a carefully orchestrated step in a larger strategy that balances risk with calculated rewards. But by far my favorite part about them is the synergy between their roster members. Players like Falcon and Connie deliver flash plays that excite fans, but it's the subtle coordinated movements from June 1, Mumine, Ten, and Katsu guided by Ola's coaching that ensure that moments translate into wins. They aren't flashy just for the sake of hype, they make sure the hype has purpose, and the team also benefits. This combination of creativity, discipline, and adaptability has earned them a reputation as a team that can go toe-to-toe with the best globally, and why everyone in the MLBB scene is keeping a close eye on their next move. In short, ZETA Division isn't just a team that wins games. They reinvent the way matches are played, forcing other teams to rethink strategies and adapt to their unpredictable yet precise style. Their rise is a masterclass in blending individual skill, team cohesion, and meta-awareness into a package that's both exciting to watch and formidable to face. ZETA Division stands out as a top-tier MLBB team because of their strong performances, impeccable roster synergy, and unmatched ability to evolve with the ever-changing meta. They're not just competitors, they are trendsetters, innovators, and a constant threat to any team on the international stage. So, who's your favorite ZETA Division player or moment? Drop it in the comments below, and don't miss our next video where we'll break down yet another top MLBB team and rising esports stars making waves in 2026. Till next time.